How's the store going, Nicole?
None of your business.
I want my sex tonight.
More biggie.
You're a user, Muhammad.
I did the BJ, no for real.
Bitch ass, slut ass whore.
You not like it? Why are you wasting money going to Grenada?
Good night.
Welcome everybody to another episode of 90 Day Fiance, I Want My Podcast. My name is Miguel Perez and I'm sitting here alongside my co-host, Jenna and Miguel. Jenna, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You sound good.
Thanks. Thanks for adjusting my mic right so I can sound good.
Yeah, no problem. So today we're going to be reviewing the Into the Lion's Den Part 1 from Season 4, Episode 7 of 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After. There's a lot of stuff going on right now, and we're going to have a lot to talk about. So, do you want to get into it, or you want to go into the shout-outs first?
Do we...
Well, I just want to give a shout-out to everybody that listens. Really,
That's right,
just want to
yeah.
acknowledge them, you know?
That's great.
You have to acknowledge them.
We do.
They're the ones
Are you
downloading
going to do every country
day.
again?
I'm not going to do every country, but I might do like the states that we get the most downloads per day.
All right.
Which is really, really cool. Really excited for that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the biggest supporters that we have are California, Texas, Massachusetts, Florida, Arizona. Do you think that Nicole is listening finally?
I really hope so. Nicole, hello. It's so nice to meet you.
Right.
We do this for the fans. We do this for you.
And we do this for the
us.
love.
The love, exactly.
Of 90 Day Fiance.
We're huge fans.
Recently, we had 2 downloads in Nevada.
Let's hope that is
So
Larissa
fingers
and
crossed.
Coltee.
Fingers crossed. Is Larissa and Coltee. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, shout out to all those states. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for downloading each and every week or whenever we decide to upload or whenever we can. Thank you very much for sticking with us.
Mm-hmm.
And remember to follow us on Instagram at 90daydf_. I Want My Podcast.
Right.
And message us. Let us know where you're from. We'll give you a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
And, give us a review on iTunes.
Rate and review us.
Podbean. Yeah. We want to know what we're doing wrong.
We've gotten a lot of great feedback so far, such as my yawning.
Yeah. So now Jenna doesn't yawn as much.
Mm-hmm. Look at review results.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's what we want. That's exactly what we want. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's jump into it. All right. Who do you want to start with?
Well, it starts out with Larissa and Coltee. They're decorating for Halloween, and then a fight breaks out, and we see the other end of that fight.
Yes.
Interestingly, they have July 4th decorations all around, so they're, turning over their house from July 4th to Halloween, which that's a lot to skip over. That's like, 3 months?
That is 3 months, yeah.
Yeah. So that's interesting. And Larissa just really says, she can't live with Debbie anymore. This is not what she expected. Apparently, Coltee has been making some promises on the side that, this won't be forever living with Debbie. But
I mean, it shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't live with your in-laws for, too long.
I don't think it's unacceptable. In most countries, that's, just the way it is.
Yes, it is. But even if it is, you have to adapt, I think.
Right.
You can't just, freak out and be like, I am the owner of this house. It's
yeah,
no, their name
really
is on the lease
it.
or whatever, their apartment or house or whatever it is.
Uh-huh.
It's their name.
Right.
Coltee and Debbie.
Right.
It doesn't say Larissa on it.
Mm-hmm.
You're just like a +1. Sorry. At this point, Larissa's just a +1 in that house. And she's trying to take over. It's in her nature. She looks like the kind of person that is like that.
Very controlling of her environment.
Yes.
And her looks and everything.
Everything has to be like how she says or it's not.
Yeah. Which is that's hard to live with.
It is very difficult to live with somebody like that.
Yeah, that's hard for everyone. I think it's really interesting because we said last week that we really see a shift in her from pre-trial to post-trial. During the trial, she was very humble. She really took her game down a notch and was more considerate of other people. But now she's just back to pre-trial where she's a nightmare.
Yeah,
and Coltee recognizes that. He said she's back to the way she was before, and he's so disappointed.
I mean, we all were because we thought, maybe maybe she's gonna turn around and
Right.
and
She gets
become
like a
aware
shock.
and of other people living around, and maybe she'll just, what do they call it, turn over a new leaf.
Yeah, that's a good phrase.
But she didn't. She just went back to her old ways, being a complete and absolute bitch.
Yep.
She is, man. She's been
Yeah.
the whole thing. She's terrorizing Debbie.
She is.
With just her personality. I don't like her. I honestly hope she gets deported soon.
Yeah.
I can't stand this girl.
Just for the sake of that, like, the little family of two, you know? Like, they are terrorized.
Yeah.
It's not fair to them.
They had their own thing going
And,
before.
Yeah,
And
they don't have the skills to, like, be able to weather this. Like, I think they're doing a great job, but, like, they're going to really crack at some point.
yeah. Poor Debbie.
I know. Can you imagine in, like, I don't want to say twilight of your life, but towards the end of your life when you think things are just, like, stable and they're going to be the way they are for a little while.
And then they
then
bring
it
this
crashes
fucking
down. Yeah.
demon from
Yeah, that's
Brazil.
such a metaphor for life. Like, anything can change. A demon
Yeah,
from Brazil
yeah.
can come into your life at any time.
At any time.
Yeah. Be ready,
Who kno-
people.
Who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe you'll bring, like, your boyfriend from Brazil into our house.
Mm-hmm. Can he live with
Into our
us?
storage facility.
Please?
No, he can't live with us. So what else do we have on them?
That's it. I didn't think too much happened. We didn't get to see the Halloween decorations, which I was kind of disappointed by.
Yeah.
That
I mean,
was
it's
really
not like a full
ruined.
thing because, again, this is just like part one.
Right,
so-
part one. We'll see what happens
Yeah.
later. I just had a fleeting thought in my head.
That's okay.
Never mind.
All I really got from the episode is that she's just such a horrible person.
Mm-hmm.
She really comes out as she comes across as a terrible person on the show.
She's letting her
She called
horrible flag fly.
she called Coltee a pussy.
That's right. Yeah, which they bleeped out before, and we were trying to figure out what could
Right.
the
Because
swear
I didn't
could
even
be.
understand, and they didn't give us subtitles to understand what he was saying.
Right.
Or what she was saying. But then we found out that she said, "You're being such a pussy." And every time Coltee was trying to talk to her, she would just say, "Oh no, don't talk to me. I don't talk to pussies." And then she
Yeah.
like walk away.
Like a bully.
Yeah, like you don't need to do that.
Yeah, and she doesn't walk very far. She walks to the extent of their property, like
Right.
down a pathway, and that's basically as far as she can go in like bare feet and like a house outfit, you know?
Right.
Like so it's like just so dramatic unnecessarily.
If I was Coltee, I would have been like, "Can you take out the trash since you're going out?" Bitch.
Yeah, good one.
Yeah,
Good one.
that's what I don't
Good
know.
one.
Just such a difficult situation.
It really
It's so
is.
funny because everybody at first were like, "Oh, this guy's a nerd. Larissa's this, and that."
Right.
And then we found out Coltee was a little bit of a perv.
Yep, kind of a freak.
And we're like, "Wow, maybe Larissa's right." And now we're like, "Oh no, Larissa's definitely a terrible, terrible person."
It's been a roller coaster.
Yes, it has been. It has been. Yes, and but yeah, I just can't stand her anymore. I can't. I'm trying to sympathize, but I can't.
Can't do it.
The whole like leaving her kids behind and not even mention them to anybody.
Yeah.
The whole thing really like hit me.
That was weird. I mean, people have their reasons for doing that, but yeah, I just don't like the way she treats everyone else. That's what really does it
And they
for
never
me.
show her calling them, and she never mentions.
right.
She never tries to defend herself by saying, "Yeah, I call them. I send them money." She never has.
Yeah, well, I don't think she does.
You know, when like I was in Mexico and my dad was here, he would send money. He would send me toys. He would call.
That's very nice.
Like he wouldn't. He like and he he tried,
Yeah.
and eventually he brought me here. You know, she can't do the same thing.
Yeah, I don't think she has the skills.
She's
And
not.
the
She's not meant. Honestly, I don't. From what I've seen in the show, she's not mentally stable
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah.
So
It's hard to
Ericy,
watch.
watch out, man, 'cause she can turn on you any day,
Who's
anytime. Ericy,
Who's that?
her new boy toy.
Oh, right. I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yikes.
It's like, I mean, we know how the story turns, but we don't know anything in between.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're still guessing about that. But we know how the story ends. And now she's with Ericy.
Right. So far, we haven't heard from them in a while.
Right. So,
Yeah.
should we just go into the next couple?
Let's
'Cause
do
I
it.
really don't care about
Pepe
her
and
anymore.
Chantel. So We see Pepe hanging out with all of his friends at a sports bar.
Mm-hmm.
Karaima is there.
Karaima.
And he's excited to see them. They're excited to see him. But one thing is he kind of launches into, like, what's going on with Chantel and, like, how she wants to come. Half of his friends kind of, like, roll their eyes and look bored that he brings it up and that he wants to talk about it on film.
No, they asked him. One of the friends asked him.
Well, that's what I said. The other half are into it.
Oh, the other half, yes.
Yeah. So I found that funny that, like, not everyone is, like, very into this.
Yeah. That scene seemed a little fake.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a little bit posed, too. But
not as fake as the previous one where he was dancing with Karaima.
You think that was super duper fake?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It was only, like, 8 people dancing in a corner.
Do you think there were professional dancers hired?
I don't think
That's
they
how it would
were. I
happen
think they
in
were
a
like his
movie.
real friends, but they're like, hey, can you guys just like sit in that corner and dance by yourself?
Yeah.
Because like, they used to do that for the Jersey Shore.
Oh,
Because like all those
really?
girls will go out, like all those dudes they'll all go out.
Uh-huh.
And they'll be at a bar that was just like empty
Yeah.
at like 8 o'clock at night. And they just fist bump.
Yeah.
And
right.
then they'll be like, they put music over it. But in reality, it was just them. If you saw that from far away, then you see them dancing by themselves. And you go, this guy's like,
I think
a
they just
bunch
do
of
that
losers, or-
anyway, though.
right, it's just
That's
the way
them.
they do TV.
Yeah,
but
and then they made all of those bars in Jersey Shore really popular,
yeah, true.
which is funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was like the scene was a bit overproduced, a bit manufactured.
Yeah.
But yeah, everyone's like really interested, or half of the people are really interested in like, why are you letting your woman treat you like this? And that's like what Pedro says. He's like, none of my friends will like understand that my woman doesn't respect me.
She
Which
does
is like,
respect him.
I know it's like such a misinterpretation of the whole situation from Pedro's point of view.
Yeah. They both need to like understand where they're at. They're not on the same page for sure.
And I found it interesting that, like, the biggest problem to Pedro was, like, his understanding of his family's problem with the situation was that he now has to split his time between his family and Chantel. And he's, like, been there for a week. Like, how much could his family want to see him, you know?
Yeah.
Like, he's not, like, the coming of Jesus or anything.
Yeah, he's nothing special.
Yeah, but, you know, I don't know. Mother's love.
My thing about Karaima was that when she saw Pedro, she was like, "Ooh, Pedro."
Yeah, she freaks out a little much.
And she starts telling him, it's like, "Oh, you know, if I was your wife."
Mm-hmm.
Well, not saying that, but she's pretty much saying, you know, a wife is a person that respects her husband's decisions, and you know, if she says somewhere along the lines of like she's not good for you because she's not respecting you.
Right, yeah. It's like all of the women in his life just manipulate him in that way.
Right.
And she follows it up by saying, like, I'm just giving you this advice as a friend. No, she isn't. She's trying to influence him.
Yeah.
She's so embarrassing. Like, every time you see them together in a scene, like, he walks into the bar, like, he does anything, she is, like, has the most, like, goofy smile on her face.
Yeah,
like,
she
it's
is.
like, we can see your every move.
Yeah. And the funny thing is that Pedro says, "Oh, Chantel thinks my family is going to brainwash me." Mm-hmm. And I'm like, yeah, that is literally what is happening. We're watching you being brainwashed right now.
He just takes in all of these opinions.
Right. And he
so
doesn't know what to
easily.
do with them.
Yeah.
He
He's like
doesn't get it.
He's a little limited.
If he was actually like self-aware of this, if he was aware of this situation, he'll look around and be like, "Oh, all these people's opinions are basically just saying leave her, but what's the consequence for them? Mm-hmm. Why would he leave them for? What? Let's just say he leaves Chantel. Mm-hmm. They have a huge celebration. Now what?
Right. Then he's just back with them.
Like, his friends are not gonna be there all the time. Mm-hmm. They probably have girlfriends, wives.
Right. Exactly.
They go back to. What is he gonna do now? Mm-hmm. Just be in Dominican Republic?
Yeah, just be by himself.
That's it.
With his mom.
With his mom and his sister?
Basically. And
Karaima?
Yeah. That's his future.
I think
that's
is
what
that what
they
he
want.
wants?
I think that's what everyone else wants to happen. But I don't know if that's what he wants. We don't really know what he wants. He just like wants what he doesn't have right now. I mean, he
wants
say
that freedom, like the
Yeah.
bachelor freedom that you
Right.
get with being single.
Yeah.
which
And
I
he
totally get
he
it.
doesn't want what he has right now. That's all we know about
totally
him.
get it.
Hey,
Babe,
what?
did I ever tell you about the time in the winter? It was like a 3-day winter storm, and it was just
Oh
snow
my God, yeah, you
all
told
the
me
time.
this story.
And I have food, I have beer, I played video games.
This
I
was
would
like
wake up
5 years
and
ago.
go to. It was one of the most glorious moments of my life. That and July 4th, when I was sitting in my underwear on my couch playing video games, and I ate 2 pounds of shrimp.
Top moments of your life after like countless holidays with your family.
I had a
and
window
everything.
open, the door was open.
Mm-hmm. We literally do that at our home too. We have eaten 2 pounds of shrimp before.
Yeah, but we had to
Together.
split it.
Next time we'll get 4.
Good, all right. That'll maybe make up.
You just make me roll
For
my
it.
eyes every time I hear one of those stories. Because I'm
It's
like,
a good story.
I think your life has greatly improved.
That was one of the greatest moments in my life.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest moments in my life. I don't
Well,
want
it's
to sound like
behind
Pedro.
you now, and we can think about the future.
Well, you gotta
Moving
think
forward.
about. I'm just saying that's the kind of freedom Pedro wants.
Yeah, but that's
Like the
sad and
Bachelor-
boring.
The
That's
bachelor
very sad and boring.
freedom
Yeah.
of being able to go out with his friends, not being able to like
All of your stories
call-
were just alone.
No-
You were talking about being alone.
not being able to call a girlfriend to say, or a wife in this case, to say, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. He just wanted that freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, Pedro, you are married now.
Right. It's discourteous what he does to her.
Yes, you have to acknowledge Chantel.
Right. It doesn't cost anything really.
Sorry.
Like all of the things you boys say about freedom, like you're just saying you want to be extremely lazy and just like focused on yourself.
Yeah.
That's all you want.
Yeah,
That's
what he wants.
super lame.
Yeah, but that's what he wants, you know?
That's super lame and immature and not cool.
That's what he wants.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You know, you can't change his mind.
Uh-huh.
You know, some people like better things and have higher aim higher.
Mm-hmm.
Some people don't, and they're happy like that.
Right.
And maybe that's what he wants. And maybe once he gets it, if he gets it, because I don't even know if they're gonna end up together or
Right.
separate.
We really don't know.
But if he does get it, then that's it's probably not gonna last. It's not gonna be long before he calls her back and says, "Hey, I made a mistake."
Right. That's true. He's going to regret it.
Right, because he just needs it. That's what he wanted to go to the Dominican Republic for, like as long as he wanted to go, just to like get that out. I feel, and then just come back as a batteries recharge. Let's do this.
From your experience and perspective, do you think he's going to have to do that a lot? Like, do you think he's going to do those trips like over and over again?
That's a one-time thing.
One time? Okay.
I think that's a
wow.
one-time thing.
Okay.
If they do stay together after this trip, that's a one-time thing.
Yeah,
he
I
cannot
just-
go back to Dominican Republic by himself unless there's like a death in the family.
Right, yeah.
And in which case he might have to go. Chantel might have to go with him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they're one now.
That's true.
He can't just go by himself now.
But he doesn't think of them as one. He thinks, like, I'm going to get away from her because I'm just myself.
Right, but this is like in the future. What I'm talking about,
Oh,
like
okay.
if he does the trip,
I see. He'll come back and commit himself to her.
right?
I get
Just
it.
go out, go have
Yeah.
fun, recharge, come back into the relationship, and then just that's it.
Maybe. I don't know. I know this man growing up, like someone's dad, and he used to just like randomly go camping by himself. Like just for a couple of days, and like the kids were like, "Where's dad?" And the mom would be like, "He just went camping for a few days by himself." And that was just like normal for them. Like it sounded super sketchy to me
I can
as I
see
heard
that.
it, but that just makes me think like maybe like there's just some people out there that need to do that over and over again. You know?
Yeah, maybe
Because, like,
that's
their
what
lives
makes him
are too
happy
much
and
or-
helps
yeah.
him, be
Rebalance.
better. Yeah,
Yeah. So maybe this is his version of that.
absolutely.
But
But hopefully it won't. This is a very expensive way of doing that.
it really is. Yeah, expensive and
'Cause
not
those
well
tickets are
managing
like, those tickets are like
expectations.
$1,500.
Oh,
The
really?
cheaper one, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
To DR, yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Yeah, it's upsetting a lot of people.
It is. I'm Team
Just
Chantel.
his
all the way down.
decisions, let me go back to this. His decisions are upsetting Chantel and Chantel's family. And then his decisions basically like letting Chantel come. Like he doesn't have to let her come. Like she can come, but he can be
Yeah, she
like,
can
I
whatever she
really
wants.
don't want you to come. Like I feel like he didn't do like like that great of job of expressing himself. But so his decisions are affecting his family too. So he's just like decimating everything. He's making everyone mad.
Yeah, I think this one falls on him.
Yeah.
Because he had the power to be like, hey, listen, Chantel,
Yeah.
I need this for me.
Let me explain this better to you.
I need this for me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is for us.
Right.
I need this for me to be able to come back here and again, recharge, have fun, see my family, talk to my friends. Not dirty dance, but he already did that.
Right. That's over.
And then come back and be like, all right, let's sit down and let's talk. And let's see what we're going to do to move forward.
Exactly. Like, I would feel so much more comfortable if you, like, Pedro explained that to Chantel this way.
Me too. I would have been like,
Yeah.
God damn,
Like,
this guy's
there's
a
a
smart
plan.
man.
Yeah.
But he was just like, don't come. Don't
Right.
come.
Freaking
No.
out.
No. Oh, I'm
and,
sorry.
like, packing all of his clothes.
You no come. You no come here.
Yeah.
You no come here. It's like, oh, man.
Yeah. You can't trust someone like that.
Yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
If you told me you not come here, I'd be like, give me a reason. And you're
Right.
like, you not come here. I'd be like, bitch, I'm coming here.
Right.
I come here. So
That's true.
that's what I would do. And I'm pretty sure you'd do too, because again, he didn't do a very good job convincing anybody.
Yeah. He didn't explain one thing.
Nothing. He was just like, don't come.
Even as, like, the, like, who checks up on them from the government at immigration?
Yeah.
I would think this is weird from an immigration standpoint.
Yeah. Yeah, in a way.
So he's not looking out for himself in any way.
Yeah, they have to look out for themselves, and
Yeah.
he's not doing a good job. You're right.
So, you want to move on?
Oh, you wanted to explain that better, didn't you?
What?
I was just buying you time so you could explain the...
What?
Nothing? Okay,
Oh, the
good, move
immigration
on.
thing? It was just a fleeting thought.
Oh.
Like, because he's just like, I guess I'll explain it better. He's just leaving for an indeterminable amount of time. He has a one-way ticket. He's supposed to, like, stay in the country for a certain amount of time with the immigration permit, right? And now he's just, like, going back
Well, he has
without
the green card now, which
Oh.
means
that he's a little
he
more
can
freedom.
stay a little longer. No, that means he can go. I think he can go, but he has to come back
Yeah.
if he wants to keep the green card valid. Otherwise, it will just it will not count. It will just be gone. Yeah.
So, I mean, it seems weird.
Yeah.
I think on paper it looks weird, just as weird as it does making
Because then they
everyone
ask you,
feel.
like, what were you doing there? And you're like, oh, it's just living.
Yeah.
And I'll be like, well, why don't you just stay there then?
Right.
I
Yeah,
feel like
why'd
it's
you
so
go through
much.
this whole process?
I feel like the immigration people will be like, so you're just staying here for like a month and then come back? You stay here in DR and dance with Karaima? Is that what you do, Pedro? Because in my little fantasy that I just created, that immigration officer watches 90 Day Fiance.
Totally.
Happily ever after.
Totally. Do you
On
think they all
TLC,
hang out together
every
at
Sunday
lunch and
at
watch
8
it?
p.m.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's move on.
Okay. Libby and Andre are up next.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. This
Those
one,
two.
a little more action this time.
Yeah. They took him out for like one episode because I'm pretty sure there was nothing. And they brought him back. They brought him back and
Right.
they
It's making
delivered.
trouble.
You said in your prediction that you thought that Andre would eventually visit the dad.
Yeah, and ask
I
for a
said
job.
that he wouldn't because
Yeah.
he's too prideful.
Right.
And you were right because he did show up.
He showed up, but he didn't ask for the job. Like, Chuck was selling the job so hard to him. And, what's his name? Andre was like, no, this is not right for me.
Right. Oh my God, dude, that guy was just such an idiot.
He's
Andre
being
is such
the
an
worst.
idiot. He really is.
Yeah.
If I was Libby, I'd be like, listen, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Like, you need to know when people are not good for you and when people are good for you.
It's
And
true.
Even if you love them, you have to let them go.
He's making everything worse for her.
Because yeah, it doesn't make sense. I honestly believe that. Let's just put it this way: if we were in love, and I said, "Hey, I want to stay here because it's good for my career," and you said, "I want to go there because they're offering me a really good job and I can grow from this," and like, I wouldn't want you to stay. I would say, go follow that.
Right.
Make your life better. Like, we'll always be, we'll always have that. but like go make your life better. Like I don't want you to like, I don't want to hold you down.
Right.
And we shouldn't affect both of our careers because of love. You know, love is not everything.
Right.
Careers are everything. We can meet up somewhere down the line. It just means that this part right now in our lives,
Yeah.
we have to separate. That's just an example. It's not gonna happen. We're together forever. You have no choice.
Okay.
Give me your phone. I want to snatch your phone like Andre.
Can you loosen my handcuffs to you?
No. So what I'm saying is, Libby, you have a better life. You can lead a better life. Obviously, you made a mistake and you brought him here
Right.
without knowing he was a fucking full-blown psycho.
Yeah, he hid that well.
But like, it's time to part ways.
Right.
From what we've seen on the show, it's time to part ways. Because somebody that's aggressive like that and abusive, he looks abusive.
Yeah, he does.
And he's hard-headed. And he's too emotional. We said that before. Can't snap at any fucking time. And
It's so
it's just
scary.
not a good sign. Like,
Especially
it's not a good
with
sign.
a baby around.
Exactly.
Yeah. And she has enough family support to like raise the baby and help her with the baby.
Right.
You know, she can move in with one of her sisters. Like
She doesn't need to. She can just
Yeah.
live. She can go back to that one house.
right, that one apartment that was
For your
beautiful at
rent.
the end. Yeah. Her life would be okay.
Right.
And I think her, like you made a very, very good point that Andre is really bringing her life down.
It
Like
is.
she's just good on her own, even with a baby. Even like
She can raise that baby.
yeah, she can. That baby has enough of a village. It doesn't need a bad dad.
It doesn't. Because like he's too much.
Yeah. It
You know?
really is. It's a lot to handle.
And she looks like she's like very sweet and innocent.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's just this like, hey, I'm from Moldova.
Yeah.
You hire me.
He's a bit of an ogre.
Yeah.
On the other side of the coin, Andre had very wildly different expectations of what coming here and like starting a life would look like. I am like getting the sense that he was under the impression that he was coming here on his own to be with Libby, and start his own life. Like he like really wants to like do everything on his own, do everything from scratch. And then she's got this whole support system behind her that want to be involved. They are giving them no choice but to be involved. And he was really like not prepared for that whatsoever.
Yeah.
That like it totally clashes with what he expected and what he wants. So it's like not what he wants, not really what she wants, but they're together. And they're
Right,
still
which-
together.
Yeah, which makes no sense.
Yeah.
I mean, if let's just say your family was super supportive and I walked into this relationship and I'm like, listen, we're gonna make it on our own. I've always been on my own, and then I see like this whole like, oh, look at this, we're all trying to help Jenna.
Yeah.
Like brothers, sisters, everybody just tries to help you. I'd have to like adapt to that.
Right. Yeah, it's all about, and he's not planning on adapting
And he
at
is
all.
not playing. Andre is not playing along.
Yeah.
The dad was just like, dude, listen, I'm just helping you out here. Like, I don't want you to say, I just say thank you and then
Right.
we'll move on.
And do what I
And
tell
he's
you
like,
to
no,
do.
Chuck, I don't want to work for you. I
Yeah.
don't want you to be my boss. And
He's
it's just
very
like, dude,
intense about it.
relax.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Yeah.
Hello, how's business? Good. Like, all right, well, can you have emotions? Like,
Yeah.
besides being aggressive, like, can you just show like a little like empathy or compassion or just anything else besides anger?
You know what, though? We don't know. He's another one, like Larissa. We don't know anything about his past.
That's true.
We don't know one thing besides, like, he grew up in Moldova and then somehow he ended up in Ireland being a bouncer. That's all we know.
That
and he
is
loves
true.
collared shirts. Pretty much all we know about him.
Yeah, colored
So,
golf shirts.
Yeah, perfect for Florida, actually. But he could have had a very, like, different childhood. Like, he might have grown up alone and he's, like, just used to this. Like, he's used to forging his own way and finding his own way. And if you, like, don't have that kind of example like Libby has had, like, that is a really tough adaptation.
Yeah, but you think that somebody like that just kind of like saw a whole family being a family, and
And
they'd
you'd
be
want
like,
it.
and like now you're part of it.
Yeah.
Like you kind of want it, right?
You'd think, but you can't expect that for everyone, especially if people had like really bad experiences with their family.
Yeah.
You know, those aren't, like, I'm sure there are plenty of kind Moldovans, but those countries are very, like, controlled and depressed, and they're have huge alcoholism.
He's always
So-
drinking. Like he's
Yeah,
always.
you're right, he
He's
is.
always has like a beer or something.
Yeah, huge for that. So, it makes you think. It's just got to make you
Yeah,
think.
you're right. We don't know too much about him.
Yeah,
I want to ask
the
the
community.
savages, the
Okay.
community of savages, what they know on him, because
Yeah.
I don't think I know anything about him. I think
Mhm.
we're all so caught up on Dumb and Dumber that we forgot about Andre.
Right, I know. He's one of those people. Like, I forget, or I think, when you're in a classroom and like the loudest, most obnoxious kids always get all the attention, and like they get like
And
what
then
is
you
the
find
word?
out the quiet
Punished.
one is
Yeah,
the one that
he
like
needs the
burned the
most
school
help.
down.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah,
yeah.
either one.
Sorry.
He needs the most help because he ended up burning the school down.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's the forgotten about one. So I think there's more under the surface with him than just
Okay.
being. I think there's no. I just want to bring a little compassion to him, even though he's like
No,
he
you're
is
totally right.
terrorizing this family.
He is
and,
terrorizing everybody with his attitude.
Yeah, it's true.
Um,
So that's him. But I really was proud of Chuck again for like trying to level with him, like, and trying to like come from where Andre is and like try and understand him, even though he was like, "You're a very prideful guy." Like that was probably like a triggering thing for Andre.
he's like, you're prideful too.
Yeah, it was like, and then Chuck was like, "We're all prideful." Like it was so awkward. It was a very heated conversation. I think you and I like did not take a breath when we were watching it because we were just like, "Oh my god, what's gonna happen?"
My favorite was when he gets there and he goes, "Hello," and he knocks on the door, and he goes, "How are you?" He goes, "Good, good, good, good. How's business?"
Yeah,
"It's good, it's good."
cool.
And then it was just quiet.
Yeah, that was a very awkward conversation.
And then they started talking.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was an intense moment.
it really
I
was.
think.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so yeah, I really hope for the best on this. And honestly, I think Andre is a ticking time bomb.
yeah, he really is. It's kind of scary.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be there around when he snaps.
Yeah, he's like a King Kong kind of person.
Yeah, he looks like he's like at least 280.
You think?
Oh yeah, he's built like a wrestler. Maybe he should do wrestling.
There you go. Isn't
Andre?
there a big wrestling community in Florida?
Yes, you can join FCW
Yeah.
Wrestling down in Florida.
If you had a bad childhood, that's a perfect job for you.
That is the perfect job for you. You'll be on the road. You'll be making more than $5,000.
right.
Actually, you won't be on the road because it's in Florida.
Oh,
NXT is in
yeah.
Florida.
Oh,
So you
yeah.
can just join in NXT's training facility
Look at that. We
and
have advice
become-
for everyone.
and become a WWE super. He's a tall dude.
Wow, yeah.
That's what Vince McMahon wants. He wants a tall man. He wants a tall guy, a foreigner that can be an evil guy,
Mm-hmm.
and he can just show up and be like, "I am Andre."
Aren't the evil characters always paid more too?
Yeah, depending on their merchandise, which he will get paid for merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then he can visit Moldova whenever he wants
Yeah.
because he'll have the money and he can tour with WWE. Andre, become a WWE superstar right now. Go apply right now. They will train you and they will have you wrestle, and then you will cut the best promos ever.
Ooh.
I am Andre, the angry Moldovan. I do handiwork. I take you down. I suplex you, put you in a camel clutch, and make you humble.
Oh my god, you already wrote a story.
Yes. I already put a storyline together. I will write for you too.
Oh my god.
I will be more than happy to write storylines for Andre.
Wow.
This could work. He could become a WWE wrestler.
Amazing. We never even see him work out either.
No,
so I
but
think that's just his normal.
We saw him get fat.
Right. Yeah.
He was so skinny.
Yeah. I still can't forget that you called him a cheeseburger body.
Yeah,
Like,
because
what
it looks
is-
like he eats. It looks like he's all. That's all he eats.
That's the best coin phrase.
Um,
So yeah, there we go. We got a plan for him. He can get all of his anger out and then come home and just be, normal. Hopefully he doesn't get CET and make everything worse.
well, no, they make it so now you don't get CET.
Oh, what do they do?
They protect you. I mean, they teach you how to wrestle. They teach you
Oh, I
everything,
see.
so
Yeah.
you don't hurt yourself and you
Yeah.
don't end up like Chris Benoit.
Mhm.
So they teach you everything. He'll be all set.
Okay, great.
And they don't take chair shots to the head anymore to prevent that.
Mhm.
They don't do anything that will affect the brain.
Awesome.
So they don't even bleed
better.
anymore.
Oh
So
my God.
it's good.
It's a good time to be a wrestler.
It's a good time to be a professional wrestler.
Yeah.
Also, AEW's in Jacksonville. But let's just start with NXT. So go to NXT, get trained, then move up the ranks. Go to WWE, establish yourself, and then when you become really good and you're tall and you have the promo skills, which we know you have, go to AEW and wrestle for real.
There you go.
And you don't have to leave Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is in Florida. AEW is in Florida.
Amazing.
It's Jacksonville.
I can't believe they haven't scouted him yet.
Yeah.
Wow, I can't wait for his future now. I am feeling so much more positive about
I
that
want
guy.
him. I want to see him be the NXT champion, the WWE champion.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Can't wait. We're believers.
All right. Let's move on.
Jay and Ashley. Jay is definitely not going to become a wrestler.
He reminds me of Kofi Kingston.
Who's that? Are those the Pancake Boys?
Kofi. Yes.
Okay.
He's the WWE champion right now.
Yeah,
But
I'm
that's
learning.
besides the point. Jay and Ashley. So they patch things up.
Yes.
They're good.
Mm-hmm.
They're happy. And they're going to the airport to pick up Jay's sister. Can you stop yawning into the microphone?
No one heard.
This is the second time.
No one heard.
Second recording, babe.
Jay's sister, Poochie.
Butchie.
That's a cute
Poochie.
name.
Yeah, it
she
is.
seems like a really nice sister.
Yes, and so I got to see the purple lipstick you mentioned at the last episode.
What do you think?
She pulls it off.
She really does. It looks so good.
But now she had this like thing around her neck. What was it, like a scarf?
Yeah.
But it was like overwhelming.
It's flippin' cold there in Mechanicsburg, Virginia.
Right. But still, like it looked massive.
Yeah, because she's cold.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All right.
So one thing I found annoying about Ashley this episode was they were like driving to the airport to pick up like Poochie, her new daughter Emmy, and then no one mentioned the brother.
Yeah.
But because they were all
He was
excited.
a little weird.
Yeah, he's just like a 12-year-old boy.
They're
I
like
think.
explaining things like this is our house, this is our rooms,
Yeah.
girls' room, blah blah blah. He's like, I'm gonna go get something to eat.
Sorry, that was my alarm to wake up.
To wake up.
Yeah, it's 9:30.
Jesus. I was up
Um,
at 6.
Well, that's good for you. I don't live that lifestyle. Yeah, no, he was a little bit weird, but I think he was just teenage boy weird, awkward teenage boy weird. Doesn't know how to be on camera. He's like, why am I with all these adults? Like, that kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But so what I was saying about Ashley is she was like, I want to hold baby Emmy first, like before Jay. And I was like, that's kind
No, I
of
think they were just teasing each
selfish.
other.
Maybe, okay.
Because
I
he's
don't
like,
know.
I can wait to hold her. And she's like, I'm going to hold her first.
Oh,
Like, I think they were just like
yeah,
playing on-
banter.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It wasn't.
I just thought it was her being like selfish.
No,
and
she's
controlling.
not a total monster.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah.
She's a little bit. She's a teenager herself sometimes,
Yeah.
but she's not a monster.
Yeah.
But yeah, they pick her up.
Mhm.
Jay's happy. He's showing her the house around, and he mentions something really fun.
What?
Stop that!
Hey, no one knows. Stop
Stop
calling me
yawning.
out for it.
I'm gonna have to give you another microphone so we don't notice, because that one picks up a lot.
Oh.
So he's showing the house around, and he's like, "Yeah, Poochie, this is the kitchen, this is the bedroom, this is the living room." You try not to yawn. The worst.
So hard. Okay, yeah, living room, bedroom, blah,
And he
blah,
goes
blah.
into the kitchen. He goes, "This is the dishwasher. In Jamaica, we don't have dishwashers.
Only rich people.
Only rich
have
people
them.
do. But we have one."
Mm-hmm.
And like they were like impressed.
Yeah.
And he was so proud of
He
it.
was. I love that.
He was like you saw like a kid in Jay that looked up to his sister.
Mhm.
Like you saw that.
Yeah.
You saw the little kid going, "Look what we have in there."
Look, we're people.
And
Yeah.
he brought him to the girls' room, and this was like something that I was like, "Oh man, that's so like
What?
a hit home for me."
Yeah.
When he goes into the bedrooms, and then Poochie goes, "Oh, remember when we used to like all sleep in like one bed,
Mhm.
like in the same room,
One blanket.
one blanket, and we had to fight for it."
Mhm.
And they had that little moment of like their memory that just feels
Yeah.
so pure.
Mhm.
And I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh."
It was really sweet.
It was really nice.
Yeah, they seem like really good to each other, which is
Yeah.
that's amazing.
He said he looks up to her.
Yeah, because she's his truth.
Right. Right.
You know, she's
So-
like. It sounds like she's maybe the parent. To him.
Yeah, she sounds like the one that she reminded me of my sister Daniela, which is my middle sister.
Mhm.
And she was always kind of my mom. Whenever there was a point in time before I came here that like I was bouncing all over the place, and then everybody was kind of like sick of me, like sick of taking care of me and everything. So she took me in, and I got to live with her and her roommate.
Oh yeah.
In just like a one big bedroom studio, and they had their beds, one on one side, the other one on the other side, and then they had a computer that she would allow me to play with like all the time.
Yeah.
So she was, in a way, she was like a mom for a little while before I got here. So when I saw Poochie, I was like, I know where Jay's coming from.
Yeah.
I know what
you
he
can
means.
relate.
Yeah, I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So shout out to my sister
Yeah.
and her 4 daughters.
Was
4
that
daughters.
sister?
Yeah,
Yeah,
she has
they were
4
so
daughters.
cute. We video chatted with them once.
Oh yeah.
That was really cute. And they
Yeah.
were asking us all of these questions about us. Remember, they were like, "What do you like to do on a date?"
Yeah,
Like,
she was.
"What's
yeah.
your favorite food?" They were so cute.
They're really nice girls.
Yeah.
They're all
I'm
really
very
nice.
thankful for her,
Yeah.
Daniela.
They are Jehovah's Witnesses, but
Yeah.
besides that, they're really good people.
Well, yeah. They,
So, what else did they show us on this show? Because I don't think they give us too much.
Yeah, not too much. It was really just like a snippet. Like this was
Yeah.
like a preview episode.
Right,
almost.
yeah. The part 1, it was just
Yeah.
kind of like a preview. Yeah, you're right.
You know what Poochie said that I found interesting? She like heard a little bit more about like how Jay is like, Jay and Ashley are getting along from Jay, and she was talking to him like do you think Ashley's going to want to talk about it? Like just trying to better understand like what they went through and like how they're doing now. And Poochie's reflection was saying like Jay actually seems really sad and distant compared to his normal self. And she's like, and this is like the first time that we're finally recognizing like the effect that this has had on Jay. Like we hear so much ad nauseum about like how much effect like the whole cheating scandal has had on Ashley. Like I can't listen to it anymore. But we
Right.
really haven't heard much from Jay besides that he's about to crack.
But exactly.
Yeah. So it takes
His
Poochie
sister,
to recognize it.
Yeah. She saw it too. Yeah, you're right. Now we know how he feels.
Yeah. And that's a lot for a young person to handle.
It is. It
It's
is.
very young. Like I work with people, like the youngest people in my office are still older than Jay.
Wow.
Yeah, 23. That's, that's older.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
very
he's
young.
so young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Jay.
So I know, I feel for Jay.
yeah,
I
no,
really
no,
do.
no, they definitely do.
Yeah, he's
too.
caught up in something that's a little bit more sophisticated for him.
Right. And she's not helping out. Actually, they're not helping. I mean, they're finally okay now in this episode, but she was not helping out. Going out to New York with the girls,
Right.
going out on a date with
That
Mikey.
was excessive.
Using Mikey, like you could literally just like see how she was using this poor Mikey,
I know.
who was still caught on. Like he was still like she was hooking him, and he knew it. We knew it. But she was like, "Oh, Mikey, I'm gonna get my hair done for you.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you always wanted, Mikey?" And Mike is like, "Yeah, is this happening?
Right.
Like,
I'm
this is
here
happening,
for
right?"
this. Yeah. No, it's not happening, Mikey.
And she's like, "Oh no, I'm just using you to get back to Jay."
Yeah, that's so shitty.
And then she goes out, she dances, she drinks, and she's like, "Fuck Jay."
Maybe put that money away for your kid's college or something.
I think she does. She's a good mother.
Yeah,
I've said that
okay,
before.
right.
She's a good
But
mom.
like, it just seems excessive. That just seems like that was unnecessary.
That whole thing was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Again, we get her side. We get her point of view. She's been cheated on before. She can't trust people that much.
Right.
Like, we get that.
Yeah.
But you think that you learn from those mistakes to not act like a child.
You think?
But she did it anyways. And the best thing that we got out of that is that we got to see Brandy
Yeah.
just fuck shit up.
I was glad for that.
I was happy. That was the
Yeah.
only good thing that came out of this whole thing.
Yeah.
We got
Brandy
to see Brandy.
had her moment.
Brandy was fucking shit.
Yeah.
I still want to party with Brandy.
She's a cool dancer.
Yeah. I want to go to I want to go to like, but also you said you wanted to go to brunch with Brandy.
Yeah, I'll go to brunch with her.
I want to go to brunch with Brandy too.
Okay. You can.
Me and Brandy are going to party.
Yeah.
Then we'll crash. And then we'll wake up and we'll go do lunch.
Sounds good.
Brandy, hit
Great
us
day.
up. We want to go get lunch. I mean, brunch.
Either one.
Either one. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whatever. Mimosas and eggs.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, Brandy, we won't make you eat yogurt parfaits.
We won't. You
That
can eat whatever
looked-
the hell you want.
Yeah, that I just like really related to her in that moment when she was like, "I guess we're eating this," you know.
Brandy's the shit. I love Brandy.
Yeah.
So yeah, but you know, now we know how Jay feels.
Right.
Ashley's come around.
And he's got some support now.
And he's got support now, so which is good. So now he's gonna be able to handle the situations better because he's gonna have advice from somebody older than him, somebody that he looks up to, somebody that he can look up to and be like, "What do I do here?" Because I have no fucking clue.
Right.
And they can be like, "All right, Jay, this is what you do." He's gonna have guidance now.
Yeah.
For a little bit, but he's gonna have guidance.
Yeah.
And that baby, how cute is that baby?
So cute.
That
That's
baby's
an
super
extra cute baby.
Yeah.
Oh,
Poochie
man.
makes some good babies.
Good job, Poochie.
All right, so that's it for Jay and Ashley.
You know who's up next?
No.
Nicole.
No.
Nicole and Azan.
Oh,
Or Hassan.
gosh. Or Hassan.
I don't know if you guys listened to our last predictions episode. We reveal a
They
little
did.
bit of information about that. So should we do a slight recap
Yeah.
of what you found?
Yeah, shout out to Keith Brooks. He has a YouTube channel. Brooks.
Yeah.
Where he reveals all this information.
Oh, man.
He basically talked to a girl.
Wait, buckle up your seatbelts, people.
He talked to a girl from Spain. And this girl revealed that Azan has many other girls that he hooks in.
And aliases.
And he has aliases. So that's not even his real name. His real name is something different. I don't remember. It's on his picture.
And is that his real name? Or is that just like a profile he made up?
That's just a profile he made up, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We don't know who he is.
We don't have no clue who he is. Yeah. He's got like, so far, I know that he has like 3 different names. Same last name.
Yeah.
But 3 different names.
Maybe that's why he wasn't allowed into the country all of those times, because like he probably only has 1 passport and she's putting in Azan into like all of the
and they're like,
online
we don't
information.
know Azan.
Yeah, there's we have this other guy who showed up at the airport for this ticket.
Right.
So that could be an explanation. But I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's true. No, that's
Yeah,
a really
it's a point.
good that's a really good point.
Yeah.
Because he shows up and the ticket says Azan. It's like if you show up and the ticket says Elizabeth and you're like, my name is Jenna.
Right. That stuff has to be right. Like I don't know if I've gotten like you know, told that we can't go on a trip before, but like remember I put in your last name wrong or something like that, and that was an issue. They like made us correct it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it was like close. You know, it wasn't like a made up name.
Yeah. No, so I can totally imagine. Like that's probably what's happening. That is 100% what's happening. She's being scammed, and she knows it.
Right.
But she's in denial.
Huge denial. Denial is very powerful.
Yeah.
It's a powerful effect on your brain.
So anyway, this girl from Spain, she spills some tea, if you will.
Right.
Saying that when she talks to him, he took a picture. Yeah, don't spill the tea, actually. She found a picture of him, and he's like posing or something.
Yeah.
And in the background, you see May and Nicole. And he asked him, it's like, oh, who is that? And he went, oh, they're just tourists. They're just here visiting. Right?
Yep.
So after that, the 90 Day Fiance show starts showing up. She sees clips, and she's like, the F, what is this? Hassan, because I think his name was Hassan for her.
Right.
And he's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm just, it's just a show. I'm not really in love with her. I need the money. So he starts like saying it's just for the money, and she means nothing to him, and whatever. And eventually, this girl just reveals that he had all kinds of shit to say about Nicole. One of them was that when she was groping him on the streets of Morocco, he said that if the cameras weren't there, he would have hit her. Like he would have hit her.
Jesus Christ.
He goes, yeah, you can't do that here. So she also said that there was a couple times that they set up trips together, and he couldn't make it because of one thing or the other.
Oh,
One of
with
them
the
was-
Spanish girl.
Right, with the Spanish
Okay.
girl. So there was a lot of things. Like we're gonna post all of this to Instagram.
Yep.
All right, so you're gonna be able to see it, and we found it on Savage on the Savages community. So yeah, thank you so much to everybody for everybody in the community for giving us all this information.
Yeah, we got to get it out there.
Because it's such a bad thing. Somebody posted the laws for Grenada. I mean, not for Grenada, for Morocco.
Yeah.
And basically warning Americans about scams.
Yeah.
And scam artists, saying like, if you fall in love with somebody, if somebody says they contact you and within days or weeks of no talking, they say that they love you, like that's a scam. Which is literally what happened to Nicole.
It does.
Because then he sent her like an emoji ring. Saying like, oh, now you have a guy that's gonna like stay with you, whatever, and she was like, ooh, he loves me. It's
and you'd like to think only an idiot would believe that, but it should be like thought of as only a sad, desperate person would think that,
right?
You know, and trust that. Like it's almost like there's just as much mental health issues around like gun violence in America. There's just as much mental health issues across everything in America.
Right.
You know, so I feel like a lot of people in our community, in our country, are so susceptible to being victims to this kind of thing.
You're 100% right. Yeah. But, so where was I with the story?
Oh, Moroccan warnings.
Oh, right. So we saw the website.
Yeah.
We clicked on it, and it's all just this laws. Oh, no laws. That's warnings saying don't buy into it. They're just using you because they want to escape here. Or, you know, they just...
Yeah, but just want to scam you.
Right.
Yeah, as the Spanish woman said, he's a meal... Like, Nicole is a meal ticket to him.
Right. So what he wanted to do, the original plan was to get him to the United States. And once he was in the United States, just marry anybody. Not her.
Oh, I see.
Anybody but Nicole.
Yeah.
So he's just literally just using her. And you think that TLC would have like a better background story on this guy? Like they would know?
Oh, right, yeah. But maybe not. Maybe they're keeping it secret for like a reason.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I hope everything works out. I hope Nicole gets her shit together.
Yeah.
She
needs some help.
Finally enrolls her kid in kindergarten.
I know. You said she's still not enrolled this date. What, June 7th now?
She's 6 years old.
Yeah. No kindergarten.
Also, can I mention something else too?
Yeah.
This is 90 Day Fiance Happily Ever After? Question mark. Happily Ever After meaning after you got married. This dum-dum has not been married to that other dum-dum.
Well, she's part of the question mark.
You think they put that there for her?
Yeah.
I think they put that there because they're like happily ever after. Are they happy now? Or
maybe they mean happily ever after the original show.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think she's just been cashing in the checks.
Yeah.
Just to like send money to Azan.
And playing
and
this.
Spend it on dumb trips to places that she'll never go to.
It's so true. Oh my God, she's a crazy person.
So frustrating. She's so frustrating.
But you know, she has been entertaining us. Her segment on the show opens up to the biggest laugh that we've had all season. Do you remember what she was doing?
No.
A song comes on. It was like a girl empowerment pop song. And all of a sudden we see her working out in her front yard, like doing really bad, like Jane Fonda-esque calisthenics with headphones on. It was so
She was in her front yard.
Yeah, front yard working out. Like that's like the most exposed place to work out.
It's like she's working on like outside of her trailer park, her trailer, in the middle of
it's
the
not
trailer
even her
park.
trailer. It's someone else's trailer.
I think it's her sisters and
Thomas.
her brothers.
Yeah,
Thomas.
Rachel and Thomas. That was a lot.
Funniest thing I've ever seen. Because you're right. They were like aerobics for like from like 1970s. But they were so slow.
They were.
And she's like, I'm trying to get better. You're not gonna get, but that's not gonna do a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
What she did for exercise in that episode on that scene, that little shot, will do nothing because it's healthy. It's chicken, you know, like that's probably like her
it's not
reasoning.
Even real chicken.
It's chicken.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole.
Yeah, it was really bad. And then her brother drives her over to her mom's house because Nicole doesn't like to stay in a place too long because she feels that she's a burden. Yes, you are a burden.
Yes, you are.
So she spends like 3 weeks at their house, 3 weeks at Robalie's house. She like really has to move around a lot. It must be a horrible kind of...
Again, poor May is taking it all.
Yeah. It's
'Cause
very true.
she's learning right now. Instead of learning ABCs, 1, 2, 3s, she's learning. Go to this place. Go to that place. When you're done with that people, go to this place. When you're
Right.
done with this people, go back. Which is what I was doing when I was a kid. It was just bouncing all over the place, bouncing around, and just again, I'm now. I have a stable family, and I have a stable home. But like back then, I was just oh God knows what would have happened with me if I stayed like that.
Yeah.
You know.
That's very true. Did you have a
So-
backpack? How did you pack all your stuff all the time?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I think I had a backpack with me at all times.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why I love backpacks and I stay with them all the time.
Maybe.
You know?
Yeah. You're
Like I
just
said, every
always
time I
ready
have
to
a
go.
backpack, I always have it for like the longest time. Like the backpack my dad gave me in like 96, I had it until 2002, maybe. That he brought from here to Mexico, and then I took it from Mexico back here.
Oh, wow.
Then eventually got rid of it. Then got a new one. Had that one for a couple years. And my brother Diego just gave me another one, a Dragon Ball Z one,
That's
which I
very
have.
cool.
And I had for like over a year. And I'm probably going to keep that backpack forever.
Yeah, it's a nice one.
So, I mean, I'm just saying, like, this is gonna affect May in the long
for
run.
a long time.
She doesn't see that because she wants the Moroccan dick, but it's...
What
dude,
she's not getting.
she's not getting it.
We all know she's not getting it.
And honestly, I think she knows she's not getting it. She's just telling herself.
Yeah.
I feel like she doesn't want to feel embarrassed. I think I might be repeating myself. I might have said this again.
No, yeah.
But
it's-
she's
bring it home.
embarrassed that this is not working out, and she knows it's not working out. So she's trying to how do you say
Like, commit to it so hard.
so
that,
right.
yeah.
Like, let's just say, for example, you and I break up, and
Hey.
I don't tell my parents.
Right.
I just tell, they just keep asking, how's Jenna doing? And I go, oh, she's fine. But I know that we're broken up.
Right.
But I don't want them to be like, oh my God, you guys broke up. And like, I don't want that. I want them to think like, oh, I'm in control of this.
Right.
So I would probably say something like, oh no, it's okay. And eventually, like a couple months later, be like, oh, it's not working out. Maybe like, I think we're not going to be dating anymore. Like we're
Yeah.
talking about it. And then like, even like more months later, I'll be like, oh yeah, I think we're gonna split. We're gonna go our own way. But in reality, we've been broken up for like 6 months
Because it takes you that long to face
to
it.
process it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's happening here.
Maybe.
I think that whole relationship is done,
Yeah.
and she's just trying to like make herself feel better by lying and saying everything's okay.
Yeah.
Because even when she says everything's okay in the episodes, she doesn't believe herself.
Yeah, you can tell that her face does not register truth.
Oh my God! Speaking of facial expressions, of facial, Robily, she has this look on her face when she talks about Nicole and Azan. She has this look on her face. That look on her face is the same look of a mom that lost her kid to drugs, and there's nothing they can do.
Yeah, they're just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she talks about him, it's just like,
Yeah, and we see a lot of that. We have a
She's
lot of
lost.
that around here in Massachusetts. And
Right.
there's so many documentaries and everything. I totally see what you're saying. Like all those moms in the support groups that you see.
she just
Yeah.
seems like she lost her daughter.
Right.
She's like, I don't know what.
Yeah. It's kind of the same effect because you haven't physically lost your child, but mentally and spiritually and emotionally, you've lost them.
Right.
They're
not,
gone.
they're not there.
And that is such a hard thing to process.
As a parent.
Yeah, it's almost worse than death because they're still right there.
Yeah.
They're still, but you can't like change anything. You can't help anything. Like you can't do anything at all.
It's so sad.
It
Like every
really
time they put her
is.
on screen, I'm like, gosh, man.
Yeah, that's gotta
That
be
poor
crushing.
lady.
Yeah. Thank God she has Thomas, and thank God she has May,
And thank God she's got the fucking biggest savage of
oh
all
man, the
time.
heavy hitter
Joe.
Yeah. Oh,
Joe.
So good.
Joe.
we
I love Joe.
Joe.
Everybody loves Joe. Everybody's always, there's this meme going around with the glasses and the little joint and the hat. This is Thug Life.
Yeah.
And it's Joe. And he has the glasses, the joint, and the hat. And underneath is saying, how's the store going, Nicole? Oh.
Yeah. Small
And this time
action.
he did not disappoint.
No, he didn't. He
He
came
just showed
in.
up and he's like, so people are invading my house now, huh?
Yeah. He is not happy.
And I was like, Joe.
Happy. Oh, yeah. And then, I mean, he brings up the email that he got.
Right.
Yeah, from a Moroccan.
One Moroccan.
He says the wrong vowels or something.
But he said it like he's legit. This is how I know he's legit, because they would have been like, oh no, it's Moroccan.
Yeah, but he says it over and over again.
But he said it like in a way that he would just say it like an old person that just says all this, like, you know,
right,
that
says it wrong.
Right, like they're just. He's just a Florida man.
Right, it's true.
Living
An
his
older
life.
Florida man. He should be relaxed and retired right now, but he's dealing with Nicole's bullshit.
Yeah. Oh, it's so depressing.
Yeah.
But Joe handles it very well.
He does, yeah.
What else did he say? He had a couple savage moments.
He did.
When he's like, oh, you guys are all invading me, blah, blah, blah. I should have believed the Moroccan on the email. And then Nicole tried to get out. She's like, I'm not talking about this. But she got stuck in between the chair and the wall.
Oh, yeah. That was sad.
I was like, oh, I guess those workouts
It was not a seamless moment.
didn't really
for
kick
her.
in yet, huh?
Yeah.
And then she finally leaves.
Yeah, she can't escape. But then she does. Yeah, you're right.
But then Joe just keeps pounding on her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, you know, he says he doesn't care about you. He's married. He's marrying somebody else. They all say bad things about you.
Yeah.
They'll make fun of you.
Mm-hmm. And the email says, "Are all American girls this stupid?"
Yeah.
So thanks a lot, Nicole, for giving us this
Bad reputation.
Thank you. So.
Well, Jenna's very smart. She has her MBA.
Yeah, I mean, I still after I got that MBA, I still put a full-on hard-boiled egg, like shell off, in the microwave, and it exploded. So I think I might be dumb sometimes. That was just like a leveling experience.
Dumb enough
for
to
me.
fall for a scam artist from Morocco?
No, I haven't done that. Win.
There you go. You win. So yeah, I mean, this story.
Yeah.
Many people have said that, oh, maybe it's fake. Maybe it's like just like maybe the producers know and they just let it go.
Right.
Because it's entertainment.
Mm-hmm. Which I think is true.
But it's also not entertainment.
It's just cringeworthy.
Yeah.
You know what I thought was so funny? So Joe said all of these things to Nicole, and then Nicole like came back with retorts. And like when Joe brought up the email, Nicole's response was, "You can't trust everything a stranger says online. Like, you don't even know them. You just met them online." She says all of these like smart things that we know to be protective online. Yet that's how she met Azan, and that's still Azan. It just like if you look at that scene, every single thing that she says has to do with like, but what about Azan? You're describing him.
Right. She's very good. This is the only good thing this is the only thing that she's good at. Contradicting herself.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
it.
Thank you for using that word.
That's
Yes.
it.
That is what she does.
That's all she does. She's very good at it.
Yeah.
She never misses a beat. And yeah, that's it. That's all I have on her.
Yeah. Hold on 1 minute. I'm sorry.
Do you have something else?
I might. My face is not recognizing.
Oh, that's why you gotta keep your phone open, babe.
Yeah. One thing that Robali said that I found interesting, where she gets it. Like, she's like processed it. She's here. She gets it. Like, I used to think that Robali enables Nicole quite a bit, but Robali said Nicole will defend Azan until her last breath, until death. Oh my God. I think Robali's right. She can't do anything about anything. So that was just kind of a latent addition to your point earlier.
Yeah, no. It makes that's actually where I got that the thought from, because I just looked at her and I was like, that's the same look of a mother that lost her child to drugs.
Oh, man.
She just looked so like there was no hope. There was nothing. The only thing she could do was just keep her around just so she can at least see her.
Right, and see
But
May.
it's still kind of painful.
Oh, man. It must be so hard.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Yeah. And then, let's see.
With all the money she spent on tickets and trips and everything, it's like, dude, you could have just have your own trailer right now.
I know. Yeah.
You wouldn't have to work at, McDonald's or whatever you worked at, and just to focus on your life and be better. Everybody's succeeding. Fernanda's succeeding.
It's true.
She's doing her own thing.
Even Jonathan's succeeding, though he
doing
owes
his own thing.
some money to the government.
It's still fine. Just fine.
She's the only one who's really floundered. Even David is succeeding. David and Annie.
They have the fanciest storage facility.
That's true.
I aim to have one like that someday. Shout out to Danny. Danny.
David.
Yeah, but Danny.
Which one? Danny. What? No.
Danny.
Oh,
Dave
together.
and Annie. Danny.
Their couple name.
Oh my God! Danny.
Convenient.
Shout out to them. They're the absolute best. I
They're
love
really
them so
good.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So back into this. Let's just hope that she snaps out of it. That's all.
That's a big ask for someone like her, I think, but we can only hope for the best.
We're hopeful.
My only hope is that like someone takes May. That's my hope. I think that's the best case scenario.
She
for this whole
thinks
thing.
that Robberly taking May would not do anything. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what she would have a stable home?
She
and people
looks like she
looking
lives in a
after
good
her?
school district too.
Right.
So she could go to school every day and make friends.
Right.
And not be isolated with you.
Right. Because one of the things that Nicole said is like, oh, well, what do kids learn in kindergarten anyways? That you can fail and it's okay. I was like, what?
That's a weird perspective.
Bitch, please.
I would assume she went to kindergarten.
It doesn't make
but
sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
She makes no sense.
No sense at all. Contradiction queen.
And people keep throwing her facts, and she's like, y'all be hating.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Nicole.
Yikes.
You make it really hard for us to fucking to try to like you. We can't.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. No.
I wanted
Next
to take
person.
a picture of
No,
that.
we're gonna move on.
Okay. Well, there is no next person. It's just Pedro and Chantel again on my notes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
So I think we
really?
got everyone.
We got everyone.
Yeah, but we could talk a little bit more about Pedro and Chantel because I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not forgetting anybody?
I mean, I could be. Who am I forgetting?
Oh, wow.
Who?
My girl, Pao, my boy, Russ.
Oh my God, so forgettable though. There is the truth right there.
But I mean, there's really nothing to talk about. I'm like, they're
they
probably the most stable couple.
so stable. The biggest thing that happens is they go to a doula / midwife, and it makes Super Square Russ uncomfortable.
She
That's
looks like
it.
Danielle.
She does. Like
A little
if
bit.
Danielle had a career.
Yeah. What do you mean she does? She's
Kind
the
of.
queen of 90 Day Fiance.
Right, that's true. And she does those that SponCon for the teeth
Yep.
whitening
and
devices.
and she lost weight. She works out. I mean,
But
she's
she
got her
still eats
shit together.
fajitas.
Nicole, Danielle has her shit together.
Yeah.
All right.
Let that be your
Let
guiding
that be
light.
your guide because she fell in love with some idiot from oh my God, I forgot where he's from.
Yeah, I don't
Stupid
remember.
Mohammed.
Mohammed. Where was he
I
from?
I
was he
forgot
from
who was
Tunisia?
I think it was from Tunisia.
Tunisia,
Yes,
which
yes,
is
yes.
a neighboring country to Morocco, I
Right.
believe.
Yes.
So kind of the same.
Little sidetrack. It was kind of funny. My favorite part about that is when she's like, "Oh, I love you. I can't wait to see you." And he's like, "I can't wait to go to America."
Right. He was very clear.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that story is the ultimate like villain versus hero story. It is.
Who's the hero in
amazing.
this case?
Danielle.
Really?
Yes, Muhammad is the evil foreigner, like I'm saying here, and tries to.
Right.
It's like
Okay,
Hulk
I
Hogan
see
versus
where you-
Iron Sheik.
Ooh, wrestling for you.
Yeah, wrestling references.
Reference, yeah.
I'm sure all the ladies that listen to this will know exactly what I'm talking about.
Or care.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyways, they go to that lady and they're about to have the baby.
Right.
And
She's 8 months pregnant.
she's 8 months right. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
But
really nearby.
the lady. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
To interrupt. The lady. I will say the best thing that came out of that whole meeting was the doula put Pao at ease because Pao is still really sorry for the bumping. Pao is really still, understandably very upset about the previous baby. She hasn't fully processed or fully mourned Pao's previous baby that she lost. And then the doula had some really good perspective for her. She was like, you need to write your baby a note to fully acknowledge that you loved this baby and all the wishes and hopes you had for the baby. And then you'll be able to kind of like process those feelings better and focus on your new baby a little bit more and put all of that happiness and those hopes into the new baby.
That's really nice.
Yeah, it was nice. And she was like the right person to give that information because she has all of that experience. She's a warm person. And it's something that has been missing from Pao's life, obviously from Russ, because he's kind of like a, standing pencil.
Yeah. Yes.
So it seemed to put Pao at ease, and it seemed to kind of she said, like, this has been exactly what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Or something to that effect. So I was really happy for Pao in that moment. She finally gets the support that she needs.
Right, yeah.
Because
yeah,
Russ
you're
doesn't
right.
know how to do it.
What? Right, he wanted to go to a doctor because, I mean, that's
That's
his
what's
way
right
of
for
worrying.
him.
He's like, I want my baby to come in at like a professional venue where they know what they're doing, that people went to school for, and they know what they're doing. I want that. Like, at least, you know what? He's worrying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's
which
an
is something
improvement.
that she mentions that he didn't happen last time. She didn't get enough support from him. And this time around, I feel like he's more involved and like he wants the best for them. So that's why he's like, let's go to the hospital.
Right.
Like, he's not so much that he says this place is no good. Like, he's saying, let's go to the hospital. It'll be professional.
Yeah.
It'll be like,
That's the respectful way to
Pao's
say
like-
what he's feeling.
yeah. Then Pao's like, let's just do it this way, and this is what I want.
We'll try
And then
it.
he's like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do what you want to make you happy.
Finally. Instead of fighting
I'm
with
so
her about
happy
it.
for them.
I know, it's nice.
That's really the best couple. That is like the most stable.
Yeah, healthiest. It's true.
I honestly I wish we knew Pao before she was pregnant, because I would love to party with Pao too. She looks like she would be so much fun.
I bet she's still my party. She seems like she knows some babysitters. You know?
You think so?
Yeah.
I'd go out on a night with her.
Yeah,
Like, let's
I think it's fun.
double
Russ could
date.
come
We'll
too.
go out, take some shots, tequila,
Yeah.
and we'll have a good time.
I think it would be fun. I think so.
Okay, so we go out with Pao and Russ.
Yeah.
Right. Get some drinks. Get some beers.
Yeah.
Go back home. Take a nap. Wake up in the morning. Boom. We'll go to Mechanicsburg.
Ooh.
brunch with Brandy.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that to be a show. Brunch with Brandy, everybody.
Yeah, it sounds so fun.
And everybody just wears like cool outfits.
Yeah, I'm going to wear my Jets Spanx, and look like I play for the Jets.
Yes, I want to wear my red leather jacket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a Brandy outfit right there.
That's a Brandy outfit. Yes.
An NYC hat, wall in NYC.
Oh, love it. Brandy's the shit.
Yeah.
I love her. All right, so you want to go back to Chantel and
Oh, we don't
Pepe.
have to. I just did
wanna
my notes
hear it.
wrong.
I wanna
Okay.
hear it.
Well, I mean, one thing that we were so actually shocked by. So we saw him partying with his friends at the sports bar, and all of his friends were kind of goading him.
Yeah.
And then the next scene after that is he goes and picks up Chantel from the airport. And he brings her roses and a balloon because that's how he always picks her up in the past. And even though he feels differently about her now, he's still going to do that. And she is so excited to see him. He is so bummed out to see her. He cannot adjust his mood at all.
Yeah, he kind of did
It's
that.
so
Like
sad.
she's like, oh my god. She actually showed emotion.
She looked happy.
She looked happy.
Yeah,
She's
her
like, you
face lit up.
remember? And he was like, yeah, this is just a formality, bitch. Relax. Like, he just did it because that's what he did
Right.
before.
Yeah.
So
Oh man, they're so dramatic. And then I'm trying to. I mean, it made me think back to the moment of when she went to pick him up at the airport when he first came to the country to live with her, and he didn't show up the first day.
Do we know why?
I forget. I do. I can't remember, but she dressed up in a kind of skanky outfit. Like she looked like a cocktail waitress at a
oh, that's hot.
no, it's not hot. At a strip club, cocktail waitress at a strip club, not an actual stripper, but she serves the drinks.
That's hot.
No, and in a trench coat, and it was it's 1 a.m. at the airport. What are you wearing that for? And then he didn't show up. She had to go back the next day to get him. And she did the whole ritual of getting ready in some kind of crazy outfit to pick him up.
Again?
Yeah.
She did it twice?
She did it twice.
Wow.
So I was just happy that he actually showed up for her.
Yeah.
Because they clearly have issues around that.
Right.
And then they go to a resort of some sort, and that's where Chantel is going to stay. And he is just in a horrible mood. He just lays it on really, really thick that he is just not happy that she's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they have that exchange about like,
Yes.
I want to, what was it? It was like a
He's
cat
like,
and mouse
I want
game.
you to come to my house to
Right.
say hi to my mom. Knows
show
you're here.
her respect.
Go over there, show respect.
Yeah.
And she's like, why am I gonna show her respect? She didn't respect me.
Yeah.
How about this? You tell her to respect me.
Right.
With that attitude, like, boom. You can
Sassy
totally
Spanish.
tell that was like, I could honestly feel that Mother Chantel was in the background.
Ooh, yeah.
Going. Go, girl.
The Mother Chantel
Yes.
gene.
Yes. That one was there.
Yeah. And then they finally come to an agreement right around it that feels like he's going to walk out on her and be like, never mind, I don't even want you to be here. Then she says, I'm actually going to go say hi to your mom for you.
Yeah. Out
To
of respect to you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Which I think is a happy medium for people struggling like that.
Yeah. I can't wait for the next episode. to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
It's going to be a fight. I
Yes.
think it's going to be a fight.
I think so too. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up, right?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Do you have anything else to say?
Nothing else. That was it.
Follow us on Twitter at 90daydf.
Actually,
_
Instagram.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. Instagram.
90df_. I want my podcast.
Yes.
We're going to be revealing all the information we use to give, to spill that tea.
Yes.
About Nicole.
We're absolutely going to post some of this stuff on Twitter. I mean, on Twitter, on Instagram.
Yeah, we're Instagram people.
Yes,
I hope you guys are too.
We're gonna post all the stuff that we have. We have it ready to go. Remember to follow us on Instagram. Send us messages. Let us know where you're from, where you're listening, and where you listen from. We'll give you a shout out. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. If there's something that you don't like, we'll try to change it. You know,
Yeah.
because there's little things that people don't like. They're like, oh, I don't like it. I don't want to listen to your podcast because of that little thing.
Right.
We can fix it. For example, I've been yelling at Jenna because she yawns during the podcast.
Yeah, thank you so much for pointing it out.
We're acknowledging our audiences.
Literally every time you say the word yawn, I yawn.
Well, I'm not gonna say anymore.
Don't say it.
Well, don't do it.
Oh, don't. Okay. All right. So anyway, yes. And we love, there's been so many fun people that have been responding to the content that we've been posting. And we're just having so much fun with it. So, get in there, say some funny things. We'll say some funny things back.
And again, if you're one of the cast members, reach out.
Right.
Let us know what's up, because we love to hear your side of the story, too.
It's so true.
I would love to be able, this is what I'm seeing from the show. If you come out here and you tell me, hey, this is what's up, I'll respect that, and I'll change my opinion. But as far as
we're only going on what we see.
We're only going for what we see.
Yeah, and we know that it's edited. We know it's produced.
Right.
We get it.
So we know that. So we would love to hear your sides of the story.
Absolutely.
We'll set up like a Facebook thing or like an Instagram call, and we'll give you the time, to explain or to give us what you want. Like, tell us what you want to tell us.
And let's just get to know you a little bit better.
We want to hear you. We want to give you a platform for you to express yourself without being like, oh, this is like, it's Instagram, I can only post so much.
Right.
Like, we want you to go on and tell us
Let's
what's
talk.
What's up. All right.
Thanks
that's
for
it.
listening.
Yeah, that's the show. Thank you so much for listening.
Part 2 will be up soon to follow.
Part 2 will be up on Sunday, and we'll do another one for that.
That's
All
right.
So that's it.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.